Pinball's Prickles, Part 3. "Oh no," said Katelyn. "You mean the lake is gone and we now have a big desert instead?" "Yes," said Tommy, "a big desert, and nothing grows and there are no fish anymore." While he was telling the story, all the big clouds were gathering listening in the sky, while at the same time Wendy the wind started blowing, and she blew and she blew and she blew and she blew some more. One of the clouds, called Curly Top, started to move very, very fast and raced at speed across the sky, bumping into the tree that was beside the park bench called Tommy. Curly Top Cloud cried and opened up and burst all her water into the desert. Flash the lightning bolt spread across the sky and hit another cloud that burst open, spilling all its water. And other clouds saw what was going on and they got upset and they all started crying. Rain poured out of the sky and very soon a big lake was formed where the desert used to be. Trees started to grow and flowers started to grow and fish even started to jump around the lake again. "Look at that," said Katelyn. "Now we have found the lake that we needed to cross. But how are we going to do this?" The adventurous three continued to sit on Tommy the bench and eat the cheese that Sophie had found in her back pocket. Before too long, 2 white swans came to the edge of the lake. "We have heard what's happened," they said, "and we have come to help you get across the lake. You can climb on our back and we will paddle you across and get you to the other side." "That should work," said Katelyn. "Come on, Sophie, come on, Pinball. Let's jump on the swan's back and take a ride." So Sophie and Katelyn hopped on the back of one of the swans and Pinball hopped on the back of the other, and off they set across the lake with the swans pedalling as fast as they could to get to the other side. On and on they went with the swans paddling as hard as they could, but when they got to the middle of the lake, the cold west wind started to blow and the girls and Pinball started to get cold. "Goodness," said the swans, "this is the wind that we don't like, and we don't like it because Hooknose uses this wind to come flying in on." No sooner had the swans finished saying that they heard a cry out, "Yabba, yabba, yabba, diddly-doo, here I come, I'm after you. Flying in on my broomstick, you better hide, lickety-split." "That's Hooknose coming," said the swans. "We had better go faster and faster." The east wind heard this and saw what was happening. "We will help," and it started to blow behind the swans to help push them faster. Nara the eel also said, "I can help too. Hold on to my tail with your beak, Mrs. Swan, and the whānau and I will help you and pull you across the lake." So Nara and her cousins lined up on the side by side, and together, with all the power of their tails, they swam really, really fast towards the swans with the girls and Pinball on their back. "This is like being in a speedboat," said Katelyn. "We're going so fast," and so fast they did. They went so fast that they caused a big wave behind them. More swans joined in and started swimming in all different directions, causing lots of waves and confusion. Hooknose was totally confused, and she didn't know where the girls had gone. She went around and round in circles until she bumped into a mountain and fell off a broomstick and got lost amongst the tree ferns and flaxes. "Here we are," said the swans. "We've got to the other side and we're all safe and sound. Thank you to all the eels, swans, and the east wind that helped us. And thank you to everybody for all of it. Good luck, Katelyn. Good luck, Sophie. Good luck, Pinball. Not far to go now. Just climb Fern Hill, and at the top you will find the pink, blue, and white terraces. And on the other side, at the bottom of the hill, you'll find the Good Fairy's castle." So off they went. It was a very easy climb up Fern Hill. There was a track all the way up, and they could hold on to ferns and climb up really fast. They never slipped down, and they didn't take very long at all to get to the top. When they got there, they looked down the other side, and there was the most beautiful hillside. The pink and blue and white terraces were all in a row from top to bottom. glowing in the sparkling sunshine. Don't they look so beautiful? We must be getting close to the fairies' castle. Look, I can see it there. There it is below us. We just need to find a way down to the bottom of the terraces and we will be there. Now, how do you think we might do that? As they were thinking, they noticed that there was on the top of the hill a winding track, and both sides of the track there was lots of big, tall green cabbage trees. It looks like something walks along this track quite a lot, said Pinball. I hope it's not the bush goblins. The adventurous three quietly walked along the track looking for some way to get down through the colourful terraces to the castle at the bottom. I hear something, said Pinball. I do too, said Sophie. Me too, said Katelyn. And they all listened, and they could hear something coming down the track towards them. It sounded like voices. We are the elves, we are three. We run around and we are free. I'm pink, he's blue, he's white. And we have fun as much as we like. We are the terrace elves are we are the terrace elves all three. As the elves turned the corner in the track, they saw the adventurous three and stood still. At the sight of seeing the elves, the adventurous three stood still, really still, and they all stood still staring at each other. The adventurous three thought it was quite funny seeing three little men dressed in pink, one dressed in blue and one dressed in white, all wearing caps with bells on them. Where did you come from? Said the elves together. It's a long story, said Katelyn. We are on a big adventure to find the good fairy in the castle at the bottom of the terraces. She might be able to help us. Are you able to help us get down there? Why, of course we can. We are the elves, the terrace elves, and we are the good fairy's best friends. We live up here and take care of the terraces. I look after the pink terrace, said Pink Elf. I look after the blue terrace, said Blue Elf. And he looks after the white terrace, they said, pointing at the littlest one. And we keep it nice and clean, and we are free to have so much fun. And that's what we do all day. Would you like a cup of tea? That sounds great, said the adventurous three. We would love to have a cup of tea. So they all sat down on a circle of rocks. Pink Elf lit the fire, Blue Elf put a pot on it, White Elf filled it with water, and they made a cup of fern tea each. They all sat there for some time while the adventurous three told the elves about their adventure and what they were doing. We can help you get to the bottom of the hill, said the Pink Elf. We do it all the time. We can show you how. This is the one of the fun things we do. Now you have to wait for the next one to find out how they get there.